Dan Illman, Mike Beer kicking off the 50-cent late pick 4 at Saratoga on Friday with stakes action. The $200,000 Funny Cide Stakes. 2-year-olds going 6.5 furlongs on the main track. Play the late pick 4 with a DRF Bets account and that $100 deposit match. Learn more at drf.com/bet. Here's the field for the Funny Cide Stakes. Morning line favorite Mike's the number 3 City Man. Debut winner for Christophe Clement. Thought he did some good things. I know it was an off-the-turf race, and possibly all he did was beat up on some future turf horses. But he got bumped a little bit at the start. He was 4 wide all the way through the turn, and when Rosario asked him in mid-stretch, he spurted away.
Yeah, listen, I have nothing to add to that, Dan. We'll see if he winds up going off favored. I think it's pretty tough to tell who will wind up being the post-time favorite. There are a lot of options, but I agree wholeheartedly with your take on his debut. I thought this horse ran really well in that race, and I think he's going to run really well in this race.
5th place finisher in that race did come back to win, albeit on turf, with a 64 Beyer speed figure. Let's throw up that time form U.S. pace projector for this race, because the number 9, Listen to Your Heart, is expected to be out and among the early pace setters, just as he was in his first 2 starts. He was a sharp debut winner at Belmont at a gigantic price for Christophe Clement. Opened up a big lead last time out and got run down by Sky of Hook. What were your thoughts on that last race? I thought he had to run fast early, and all in all, it was a good race.
I agree with that. I think he went a fast pace in that race, and he took a really tough beat at the end of that one. Listen, I thought he ran really well first time out while looking at Big Green. I thought he ran even better last time. He's got a great post on the outside with a ton of speed. I think he's the horse to beat.
Rudy Rodriguez trains 2 in here. We'll get to Sky a Hook in a minute, but he's got Bull of Bayern, the number 1, who could be doing some dirty work to Listen to Your Heart, setting things up at the very least for the other one. Bull of Bayern, in his debut, I thought he ran okay. They put the blinkers on second time out. I didn't think much of the field he beat, but I did like the speed he showed.
Yeah, me too. He's got a lot of speed. He showed speed first time out too. Just, got wound up contesting it between horses, not in a comfortable spot. He got tired. Last time he just beat a weak field. Blinkers on, maybe made the difference last time. He's going again from the rail, Dan. We'll see how much pressure he takes from Listen to Your Heart. Sky
of Hook, the number 8. Gotta like a horse that knows where the wire is. He's 2 for 2. He's won 2 photo finishes. He beat 3 of these common rivals last time out in the Violet. He got a good trip off a fast pace that day, and a similar one could be coming.
Let's give him some credit for winning both of those races, though, because both times he wound up in fast-paced races and had to run horses down, and he was able to do it. He got there just in time. I think he's going to get another good trip in this race.
Late runner is the 6, the Italian-American. He is still a maiden, but he is also twice stakes placed. Once against Open Company in the Tremont. That was a day where you wanted to be inside. He swung very wide into the lane and came up to finish second. Now, last time out, I expected a little more, but maybe he didn't like the sloppy track. He doesn't have a lot of pace. He's going to need some speed, but we know he'll be running late.
Yeah, you'll see him at the end of the race. I'm with you. I thought it was a little disappointing last time, but he can have the slop excuse. Maybe he just didn't like it as much as he likes fast dirt. His lack of speed is a real problem. But going 6.5, you could see some horses getting tired in this race, and he'll be running at the end.
Cleon Jones goes out for the red-hot Jeremiah Engelhart. Here's a formulator fact to consider. Over the past 2 years, with 2-year-old last-out maiden winners returning in New York-bred graded stake dirt sprints, we got 36% winners and a $4.58 ROI. This horse got a real education in his debut at Belmont. Didn't break great, rushed up, was steadied in between horses, altered course to the outside, and then was kind of one-paced. Much better second time out. Not sure the field he beat, but liked the way he stormed home.
Yeah, I didn't like the field he beat either, but I liked the way he finished. He did take a step forward off of his debut where they just bet him off the board against Listen to Your Heart, and he just felt like maybe he needed that race. Took a step forward last time. I think he has to take another step forward, but won't be surprised if he does it. He looks like he has some talent in there somewhere.
While No Lime won an off-the-turf race last time out, the runner-up coming back to win a 66 Beyer against turf horses, I like the fact he won at 7. I think that's a really good sign for No Lime's future. He's obviously has to improve from a Beyer speed figure standpoint, but I think he's got a little tactical speed for Belmont.
Yeah, he does. He did some good things in that first start because he didn't break that sharp, but he was able to get himself into the race, and he just wore that Mulready down at the end of the race to prevail. As you say, 7 furlongs, it's no small thing that he won over that distance. He's going to have to do a lot better against this field, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if the number 5 Opportunist has a lot of upside. He only earned a 47 buyer in his debut, but he came from way out of it at Gulfstream to dead eat for the win, and he cost $400,000 as a yearling. Basically a New York bred in name only as a son of Ghost Sapper.
That was some run he put in. Once he got into the stretch in that race, because he was nowhere up the backstretch in there. Once he got into the stretch, he sort of found himself, and he started running, and he just got up for a dead heat in there. He galloped out. I mean, he put an acre of ground on that field in the gallop out like he was just getting warmed up. He's a dangerous horse here. He's a good price on the line.
Let's take a look at our top selections for this race, and I think you're onto something. I might have made a mistake in not upgrading your horse a little bit, because I think if you just look at all of these horses' races, the most impressive race any of them has ever run was Mission Wrap It Up's career debut on May the 31st at Belmont. It was over a fast track. He showed some professionalism waiting behind horses, and then he just toyed with them in the stretch. If you just simply want to make the excuse, as the beaten favorite last time out, that he was compromised by that sloppy track, that's a fair excuse. 5-1 on the morning line. What do you think of him as a first-time gelding?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see about that. I mean, I guess it can't hurt that he's a first-time gelding. Maybe that's something that he needed. But other than that, I agree with everything you said. I really liked his debut. I thought he ran really well in there without the lead. Last time, yeah, sloppy track. The pace was fast. For some reason, he was chasing in that race. I don't know why they decided to do that. I don't think he'll be chasing this time. I think others can do that, and he can maybe sit a better trip this time. I think he's a big rebound candidate in here.
I think City Man's debut was very professional. He's going to have to step it up because those were against off-the-turf kinds going 5.5. But I did like the way he won that race. I'm going to use him on top of Skya Hook. I went 3, 8, 9, and 4. Give me numbers.
I went 4, 3, and 5.
It's the Funny Cide Stakes, kicking off the late pick 4 at Saratoga on Friday. Get involved with your DRF Bets account. Sign up is easy, and you get a $100 deposit match to boot at drf.com/bet. Approximate post time for the Funny Cide, 4:46 Eastern. Good luck.